Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Welcome back, friends. It's Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. I feel like I'm yelling, so I will bring it down a little bit. Good to be with you. I'm just trying to get the perfect mix on my espresso, my iced Americano. That's some heavy whipping cream. Let's get the logo facing the right way, Tony. There we go. Total sellout, right? Even though I pay for this drink, this isn't free. I mean, could be, but I paid for it. This is one of those low-carb, sugar-free, if you're doing low-carb, ketoing it. I need to lose weight. I know I've gained some weight back. I get it. Somebody said that to me this weekend. I'm okay with it. Look like you put on some weight. I said, thank you. And in my head, I was saying things you can't say on television or streaming services. But the reality is I have, and I'm aware of it. And I also feel like I can flip the switch and get the diet back started. So thank you for noticing, and let's reset the clock to zero, Nigel, shall we? The only thing that matters today is that it's my mom's birthday. She's a saint. Her name is Sheila, and there's a picture of her. I just take bad pictures sometimes, I think. Look at my kids. They're just wild. So happy birthday to my mom, Sheila. She's celebrating today. There's a more recent shot along the riverfront. Lucy looks like she's picking her nose. That was yesterday at the trampoline park in Milan. By the way, I know that trampoline parks are expensive, but we should have one in Muscatine. That was last October when Lucy was born. My mom and my oldest son. That one right there, y'all. That one's for the ladies. That is circa 1997 or 96? 97 or 96. That's yours truly in the green, seated. My brother Phil and my mom, Sheila, who is, well, you would never say how old your mom is today. So my mom is 37 today. She's 1 year older than I am somehow. But happy birthday to my mom. There's Ted, he's 4 now, and he's a character. So happy birthday, Mom. And a little shot from inside right where we're doing the show, as a matter of fact, the Market Grill Express, with some characters that we had not too long ago. A couple other things I want to mention before we get to our first guest. Congratulations to the Muscatine Muskies. They won their game on Friday. Homecoming big win for them over Davenport West. And we had Kick for Cash. And listen to this. Our contestant this past Friday, Brian Lee, almost won $10,000. He made 2 out of 3 field goals. There's Phil Schliessman practicing, holding the ball. HyVee store director Matt Schweitzer pictured there. There's on-the-field action with Matt and Phil in the red. Brian Lee. By the way, Brian Lee made 2 field goals, a 10 and 20-yard field goal, in jeans and loafers. That shows you how good that guy was. And again, he almost made $10,000. And there's a great picture. You can see Phil Schliessman, Brian Lee in the middle, Matt Schweitzer. And I believe we've got, I want to say Carter Randleman, my son Henry dabbing, Wyatt Anderson holding up peace signs, and then Parker Schweitzer in the back. So that was a lot of fun. And listen, we've got 3 more home football games, if I'm not mistaken. Muskies on the road the next 2 weeks and then back home. So you still have an opportunity to kick for cash and win $10,000. That is really exciting. I'll briefly just comment on the Iowa State game, which started last year and ended sometime late Saturday night. Iowa barely eking out, or just whatever. It was an intense game. You know, it's a weird thing because I don't want to make any Iowa State fans upset, but we knew that one team would win and one team would lose. And it just so happened that the Hawkeyes barely won Saturday night. What a long game, a lot of weather-related delays. But what happens when the Hawkeyes win is that tomorrow we'll have Touchdown Tuesday here in the store. So you can see the final was 18-17. So tomorrow, only when you show the Touchdown Tuesday ad at the register, if you spend $18, we'll put 18 cents on your fuel saver. That's a big deal. And, pretty easy way to save at the pump, right? So there will be no Touchdown Tuesday next week because the Hawkeyes are on a bye, right? There's no Hawkeye game this week. So just keep that in mind. But tomorrow on the 17th, $18 will get you 18 cents off. And last but not least, we're sitting here on Monday, the 16th of September. It's Mega Meat Monday. great opportunity to come in and earn on your fuel saver. We've got some great prices on steak still. Every $25 you spend will give you 15 cents on your fuel saver. Do the math. It adds up. I can do the math for you, or we could just zoom in. It's a lot easier. You know I'm bad at math. I don't have to tell you this. But today I plan on buying $50 in New York strip steaks, so I will personally receive a 30-cent fuel saver, and I'm excited about that. Okay, all that being said, let's get to our first guest who's patiently waiting. Jodie Hansen is the director of the Convention and Visitors Bureau with Muscatine, City Muscatine, and the Greater Muscatine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It's great to have you here, ma'am.
Thanks
for coming on.
for coming.
I feel like there's a lot going on, and we need to talk about it. So that's why you're here. So
there is.
Saturday, I want to start, and correct me if I'm not going in chronological order, but is Over the Edge the thing that's happening?
Yes.
In the near. Okay, so this Saturday,
yes.
I can't believe it's this. Like we're in the week for Over the Edge.
Yep.
So people will be going over the side of the Laurel Building in
Yes.
downtown Muscatine. I did this last year. It's absolutely terrifying, Jodie, but it was for such a good cause, and it supports Big Brothers Big Sisters, Special Olympics, and the Chamber Ambassadors. So my first question for you might be an obvious one: are you going over the edge? No. Okay.
It's not that I would be opposed to doing
Sure.
it. It just never came about. However, I do have to give a shout out to one of my very good friends.
Mm-hmm.
We were selling raffle tickets at the Chamber of Commerce for $10, and then we drew on Friday to see who would go over the edge. So it was for a chance to go over the edge.
Awesome.
And Joni Axel bought 5 of those tickets, and she actually won. So she's going over the edge as far as
Joni Axel's going over the
Yeah.
Is she?
Now I'm putting her on blast, but I think as long as she's in town, she's planning on going over.
I don't want people, because I feel like sometimes when I talk about my experience with Over the Edge, I don't want people to take away that, like, was it scary? 100%. But if I didn't have plans and it wasn't my anniversary weekend, I would be doing it in a second,
Awesome.
as far as
That's
I'm
great.
concerned, because it was such a fantastic experience. And anytime we can have something like Over the Edge in Muscatine, it's so beneficial to our community. $79,000 raised, by the way. That number will certainly increase over the next couple of days. What's the plan for CVB, for GM CCI? Are you guys going to be out and about on Saturday?
We will be there, yes. We will be volunteering that day. And this is also in conjunction with Second Saturday. So Second Saturday will start 4 to 8. So there's lots of stuff to do all day in downtown Muscatine. So bring your family to come out and have. I looked at the forecast. It looks like maybe warm but decent. So
yeah, I was going to say this is kind of the last week and weekend where we'll have temps maybe above like 80 degrees, and then it kind of tails off a little bit. Anytime we can put more traffic into Muscatine, downtown Muscatine, supporting the businesses, the restaurants, the hotels, it's a big deal. So even if you're watching and you're like, I don't even know what this Over the Edge is, come into downtown at some point on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then, stick around for Second Saturday for sure.
I did hear they will have, or I did hear from the committee that they would have a bounce house for kids. So there will be a bounce house available. And of course, Over the Edge, I have to just give a shout out that there's a huge committee that takes place that does all of the Over the Edge activities. Shelly Sides from our office that does a lot of it as well. So big shout out.
Last year, Shelly, shout out to you. Last year was like $100,000, Jodie, in total that was brought in. So again, there's a lot of good that happens in Muscatine, but boy, to have one day generate that kind of dollar amount for
huge.
3 awesome organizations makes total sense. Okay, so GMCCI in the house, Over the Edge. We're looking at the Muscatine.com website. And again, overtheedgemuscatine.com is the actual website if you want to learn more or donate to someone that you know is rappelling down the side of the Laurel Building. It was safe. It was fun. You control the brake. Did you do it last year?
No.
Okay, so there's this brake, and it's here, and then your other hand is here holding the rope. And then you're literally in control of how fast you go down the side of the building. And I don't know, like, I don't rappel that often. I'm not, like, free climbing. I know it's hard to believe. But it was just so weird to be, like, and then you start, like, literally walking down the side of the building.
It'd be weird.
And then people kept saying, look up. And I was like, I'm looking at the river. I see everything. Like, I just want to get down.
That's awesome.
But it was a lot of fun. All right. If we go to the CVB website, visitmuscatine.com, correct?
Yes.
We can kind of get a look at the calendar and everything that's
Yes.
coming up. So there we go, visitmuscatine.com. So where do we need to go from here to
just
see
go to
what's
upcoming
happening?
events.
Upcoming events. Perfect. So if we zoom in on that, look at this. I like that you have literally everything that's going on, including, of course, the Tuesday edition of the Muscatine Area Farmers Market. And then Thursday, I didn't know this. So right there, Quad City Arts at the Muscatine Arts Center has a little live music,
Andrew
perhaps?
Collins Trio.
Awesome.
And this is in conjunction with the Quad Cities Artist Series.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, a free concert. We are so blessed in Muscatine that we have so many music listening opportunities that a lot of times are free.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really lucky to have that. And so, you know, that's a great thing to do on a Thursday evening.
I was going to say, on a Thursday night, what else are you going to be doing? 6 o'clock at the Arts Center. I've been exchanging quite a few emails with Melanie Alexander about some other stuff that she and I are working on. She's coming back on the show soon.
Awesome.
But that's great, right? I mean, the Muscatine Arts Center, you know, maybe it's a place you've just gone over the years to literally look at works of arts, photographs, whatever. Live music happens there quite often with their big ice cream social in the summer, but that seems like it'll be inside the Arts Center on Thursday,
yes,
right?
and in the winter, they collaborate with Eagles and Ivories, which is save the date for that at the end of January. But you know, that's always the musicians play to a silent movie at the Art Center.
Oh, that's
so
super
really cool.
And then also going on, is it this weekend with the Buck Skinner thing?
Yes.
Is it at the Rendezvous?
Buck Skinner's Rendezvous is the name of the
Okay,
event.
there
and
it is,
that
right
takes
there.
place in the upper area of Wildcat Den.
Perfect.
And so I believe that whole entire area, there will be tours of the grist mill. You can see reenactors.
Yeah.
The days past.
That's super
fur
cool.
trading past, and there's lots of
Do you
things.
think they'll have any like hard tack there? Not a good like Civil War reference, hard tack. It's like an early form of beef jerky. Look at these guys though. This is super cool. You know, I haven't been to this before, but I've seen pictures and we're looking at some from years past.
Yeah.
And the guys and gals that are involved with the Buck Skinners, I mean,
awesome.
they're going all out,
Yeah,
right? And
exactly.
authenticity is super important to what they do.
There we go.
And anytime you can get out to Wildcat Den, right, which is just one of those fantastic places. So don't miss that. That's going on starting this Friday. And if we go back to the Visit Muscatine calendar, we're going to kind of keep walking through different things coming up in Muscatine. And I love, again, the fact that everything is online. So if you're on your phone or on your computer, you can see it all on your fingertips. All right, so if we zoom in a little bit, Chad, let's see what else. Oh, sure, no problem. So let's zoom in. And we just talked about Buck Skinner's Rendezvous. There's also Dirt Track Racing Modified Madness. Oh my gosh, that's at West Liberty, right? So West Liberty going to be absolutely packed this Friday with some modified raceway. That is super cool. Yeah. And again, that's happening in West Liberty, part of Muscatine County.
At the Muscatine County Fairgrounds.
That is awesome that they're doing that. And then something that I think my wife and I are going to try and make on Friday as well. So just looking at this, I mean, we're just sitting here talking about things coming up this week. Right. We're just packed to the gills with stuff. Live music at Arden Creek, and I think it's the last. Is it the last one for them, or do they have another one?
I don't know, but this is going to be one of the last ones. And,
right.
And again, I can't. We'd have to go further down the calendar to see if
sure.
it's an October one, but.
It's awesome. So this is Music in the Vineyard. We went, my wife and I went 2 weeks ago when Cruisin' was out there. Saw my buddy Steve. Steve was hanging out.
How was it?
Cruisin' was great. It was absolutely packed. I was impressed with the demographic that was there because there were families and kids running around playing, and then there were folks that were just, hanging out, couples together. So this is a lot of fun at Arden Creek. Danny Lynn Howe Band, probably doing some country and classic rock. Danny Lynn, of course, is a morning radio personality on WLLR. She's super great. She has been on the radio for a long time, and that band of hers is a lot of fun. So that's at Arden Creek. And there's nothing better, Jody, than a little wine and a little music. Maybe the wine helps you dance a little bit. Steve was busting a move with Cruisin' there.
Oh, okay.
I think the Arden Creek wine was putting the little stride in his step there. That's right.
They have a great. I mean,
that's a great
place. And,
Isn't it?
we're lucky to have it so close to Muscatine.
All right, let's go back to the calendar. Visit Muscatine.com. Jodie Hansen in the house on the Hy-Vee Today Show, Monday, September 16th, if you're just tuning in, like my friend Red Hot Brian Scott is watching on Facebook right now. All right, so Muscatine second Saturday on the calendar, of course, the Farmers Market Saturday morning, which is great. And then, oh my gosh, Jodie, I can't believe all the stuff going on. I feel overwhelmed.
This is a great event. The Muscatine Parks and Recreation presents the Greenwood Cemetery Walk or Ride through history. And they do describe it as you can learn about some of the cemetery's most interesting residents.
Sure.
And it's an hour event. And you meet at Greenwood Cemetery, which is located on Lucas Street, and learn about the folks that came before you.
I was going to say, I used to live 8th and Clymer, and there were several years when I would be driving down Lucas when this event was going on. And at first, you're like, what's happening? Like, are people ghost hunting? Because there's a ton of people that come out. And again, it's this Sunday, 1 o'clock. At Greenwood.
How fun. I'm really excited for that one.
I was going to say, and it's very well attended over the years.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a thing that a handful of people come out to. I mean, it was a year or two ago, I saw at least like 50 to 75, if not more people. So if that's something that interests you, absolutely. Megan Francis chiming in on Facebook says that they've got cruising at Sunnybrook this Thursday for free. Right, so another example of things going on in Muscatine.
Megan.
Thanks, Megan. We appreciate that. That's fantastic. All right, and I guess I should mention another event that's happening this Saturday that I just thought about is the annual Amy Meyer Bike Ride. That's going on this Saturday. I think it's the last year for that event. Okay. They're going to kind of retool things. They all have sent all their proceeds to Gilda's Club, which has like a local office in Muscatine as well. So that's cool. All right, let's go back to the calendar. I like that we can do this because there's so much to cover, and that's what we're trying to do here. So again, when people say there's nothing to do in this town, you can tell them that they're wrong. Again, we're just showing you September for now.
And I think, Chad, if you go up, there's also the Whomp Stomp.
Which is Sunday. Yes.
Yeah.
Whomp Stomp is back.
Should be on there.
Hannah Howard.
The Nature Conservancy's third annual Whomp Stomp.
This is a cool event. Hannah Howard will be back on the show later this week. When she did this 3 years ago for the first time, they didn't know what to expect. And it was at Arden Creek. It was absolutely packed. And they get to take people to the Swamp White Oak Preserve. And I don't know, they had like giant snapping turtles. It's super fascinating.
It's neat, and they have kids' activities, and I know that face painting and all sorts of things for kids to learn and learning about nature and what's in your own backyard. It's fascinating.
And for you, Jodie, your job is to kind of brag about what's happening throughout Muscatine County, so that people, because the goal, of course, is to inform y'all watching right now. And I don't assume that everybody watching is in Muscatine. Right? And that's great, because if you're in Muscatine, we want you to know that all this is going on.
Yes.
And you go to visitmuscatine.com or the Chamber's Facebook page, and you can literally stay in the loop. And then I think about Melody on Facebook, who just said, this is so cool. Right. And yeah, maybe you don't realize everything that's happening in your own town. That's okay. But also part of this, the big part is people that are outside of Muscatine, let's bring them to town.
Absolutely.
Because we think about, when the weekend rolls around, for folks that are in Muscatine County, if they know everything that's going on, they'd probably be more inclined to stay, which is great. But if not, they're shooting out. Like yesterday, I took my kids to Milan to the trampoline park because we don't have one in Muscatine. Sure. But we want to make sure that folks outside of the community know what's going on, so that they have an excuse to take those day trips or overnight trips to town, right?
And I would encourage everyone out there to go to visitmuscatine.com often, and we do try our hardest to come up with as many events that we know about. And if you are having an event that you think would be great for our community, then send it to me. You can send it to J and then Hansen, Hansen, at muscatine.com. Or give me a call at the Chamber of Commerce, 263-8895. Always looking for more events. A lot of times I'm scouring things to find out what's going on. And, we do address the trying to get that out to communities that are maybe like a 4-hour drive away with our digital marketing company.
Absolutely.
We do a lot of digital ads on Google and Facebook for those. And, just trying to get the word out, but we try our hardest to get the calendar up to date. And then also Visit Muscatine Facebook page is also a great place to see what's happening.
Because again, the goal is to support Muscatine, right? So if you're here and you're a lifelong resident of Muscatine, or if you're someone that's like a transplant within the last 10 years like I am, You want to be able to know what's going on, to get into the downtowns.
Yeah.
Maybe you just, a friend of mine just texted me last night, said he's having a staycation this Saturday. That's exactly how he put it. Staycation, getting a room at the Merrill. That's super cool, right? Great idea.
Yeah.
My daughter's first birthday party coming up on October 5th. My dad's coming to town from Chicago, and he's like, well, I'll just stay at your house. And I was like, no, Dad. It's not that I don't want you to stay at the house, Dad, but I'll put you up at a hotel. And I thought maybe I'll put him up at the Merrill or any of the other great hotels in town.
Yes, absolutely.
Because that's what's so nice, right? Muscatine has space for when events come into town.
Yes.
People have options on where they can stay. And then, right, we want to drive them into downtown.
Yes.
And I feel bad saying this. I said this on the show the other day. That we had that story that Fran Riley did about another Chris Anderson
Yes.
who does some painting.
Yes.
And I hadn't gone into the wild thing
Oh my gosh.
until like 2 or 3 Saturdays ago. My mom wanted to go to the National Pearl Button Museum, right? So I was a tourist in my own backyard.
Awesome.
Took my mom to the National Pearl Button Museum, her first time. I've been there several times, but it was nice to be there, had all the kids, and then, we went right across the street to the wild thing and kind of ping-ponged around, went into the Merrill because she hadn't been into the Merrill before. There's nothing wrong with being a tourist in your own backyard
and
as
there's
well,
plenty
right?
to do. There's plenty. Something fun when we get tours, and we had a bus tour last week, is getting, if you step on the bus and you start talking about your own community, and sometimes you do have to, look different things up. It's really neat to do that and to learn about your community. We recently, Mary Wildermuth and I, worked on a walking tour book of West Hill, and it was a revised book from 1985 that we just made some small changes to, and we used that on the bus tour for some folks that wanted to see the West Hill homes, and just trying to learn about all of those homes and who lived there and the architectural styles and the lumber barons that were once in Muscatine. There's just so much to learn, and there's so much fascinating history in Muscatine that we're so lucky.
I agree. I mean, that's why, my wife's hometown, but she and I were living in Rock Island, made the choice to come back, and I've had opportunities to leave, but we're not. We're in, right?
Hey,
we're in.
all right.
We're in it to win it. So whether you're here and you've been here forever or you just got to town, you need to know what's going on. So visit muscatine.com, and then, tell your friends that are in the Quad Cities or Chicago or St. Louis or Iowa City, because that's the goal. Just like the hospital, like Unity Point Health has similar challenges, right? They don't want people to feel like they have to go out of town for healthcare, and we don't want people to feel like they have to go out of town to spend their entertainment dollars, right? We have this beautiful
so much
$1 million
stuff going on.
movie theater, and we've got this awesome downtown and these great local businesses that people are really working hard every single day, right? And they can't be successful without all of us. So even, I challenge everybody that's watching, and I admitted just now that, I hadn't been into the wild thing, and I apologize, but I will make it a point to go back there.
That's nice, Tony.
Well, I just feel like we can all do better, right? I mean, I'm not saying that I'm certainly not perfect, and I think as far as whether it is a downtown business or wherever, I mean, even if you're just going to do that staycation, one night in a hotel, and that can really make a big difference with the hotel motel tax and what we're able to do and get Muscatine out there. And it's just awesome to know that there's so much going on. Lieutenant Greg Bach, Salvation Army, said, my folks stayed at the Merrill this weekend. They loved it. Right. Yeah, of course they
Greg.
did. Right?
Hi, Greg.
It's in downtown. It's a beautiful hotel. And then you're literally steps away from dining and businesses. It's awesome.
Yes.
Let's go back to visitmuscatine.com. I want to keep looking at the
It's like
calendar.
the intermission now that we have another hour.
And now we're back, everybody.
Now we're back. Here we go.
We're on day 4 of looking at this calendar that's loaded to the gills.
Days of our calendar.
All right, so we just kind of touched on Whomp Stomp, which is this Sunday, and we'll pick it back up. Okay, so just another Muscatine Farmers Market next week. And then next Thursday, the very successful Almost Friday Fest, which has brought couple thousand people along the riverfront downtown
Great
Muscatine.
event.
That'll be the last Almost Friday Fest of the year, Thursday, September 26th, with Joey Pete and Funktastic 5.
Yep.
So that's great. And then I love seeing that word Hauntings, because October is right around the corner. I love Halloween. Hauntings of the Midwest, not for the faint of heart, at Musser Public Library. Again, Jody, Musser Public Library, another great partner
Absolutely.
for this community.
And a great
right?
facility if you haven't been in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Lewis has come to our community several times, and I know that he will be able to offer some information about
Right.
Muscatine as well.
Yeah.
So pretty exciting. I know people love stuff like this. Actually, Pam Collins and I from the library are talking. We are in very early talks to try to put together a ghost tour in October. So we were gonna maybe try to talk to Chad and see if he can help us out a little bit. But we're looking at maybe doing a dinner and a ghost tour. It's very preliminary, and we can't make any promises, but we're gonna look into trying it.
Listen, I have gone on paranormal investigations. All right. Okay.
All right,
one
in.
paranormal investigation at Skellington Manor in Rock Island. That place is totally haunted.
Ooh.
And I understand that this is a topic that people have a hard line.
Yeah.
They either believe or they don't. I'm telling you, that place is super haunted. Is Hy-Vee haunted?
I don't know.
Maybe. There are some spirits behind us.
Oh.
And some wine. Get it?
Oh,
Thank you.
geez.
This is where I need the rim shot,
Oh,
Steve.
my gosh.
I got a drummer. I got a Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame drummer over here.
That
I
was
got
pretty
no
good,
rim
though.
shot.
That
Thank
was
you.
that was
You
quick
didn't even
and
see
very
that coming,
witty.
right?
That was
Thank
very
you.
witty.
That's the only reason I think I have this job, Jody, is to make bad dad jokes like that. That's a great idea, though, right? I mean, how many people go to Greenwood Cemetery to see the Blue Angel,
Yeah.
right? Is that what it's called,
The
right?
Blue
The Blue
Angel,
Angel. How many
yes.
people? I've gone like twice. I've lived here 7 years. It creeps me out that much. But how many people come to Muscatine because they've got, and yes, I think you should totally do that. Find some haunted spots, get some of those stories, throw them on visitmuscatine.com, and people will have their phone and they'll be sitting, in Greenwood Cemetery looking at the Blue Angel. I also feel like where St. Mary's, and I'm just, look, there's the Blue Angel. It's so creepy. Like, I can't, people take pictures. You know what I'm never doing? I'm never going to take a picture of the Blue Angel. I feel like that's how you.
I think, I agree with you.
I don't know.
I mean, look at the beautiful architecture of that, though.
But when you get out to that part of Greenwood Cemetery where the Blue Angel's at, it's just a little. I don't want to say creepy because I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you kind of have to go back a little bit, and it's just very quiet and still, and so I don't know. It's making me uncomfortable.
I would say stay tuned.
Okay. I like
if
this.
I know, I will let you. You'll be one of my first 5 people I let know.
Yeah, my mom is actually my wife. My wife is saying that's a Freudian slip. My wife is saying that she would want to go on a haunted tour of Muscatine because we're the people that, and I know that it's a little kooky, but Ghost Adventures and the very entertaining Zach Baggins and those guys, like those kind of shows, people love watching them, right?
Yeah.
You can sometimes suspend, disbelief, but I'll tell you what, if it's in your own backyard, and you were just talking about West Hill and some of those historic homes, my wife and I literally were inside one of the oldest houses in Muscatine that I think is on West 3rd Street.
Okay.
Big one on the hill, has a grave site on the property.
Yeah.
Right? Literally, like one or two of the oldest houses in Muscatine. It was just sold. Beautiful house. It has to be haunted. And I don't know if that's part of the thing when you're like, hey, it's Remax, and this house is very historic. It's got a nice open staircase and big garage, and it's haunted. And there's a gravesite over here, but look at the kitchen.
Yes.
Right? I don't know if that helps sell a house. And I'm not saying that house is haunted. I'm saying if it were haunted, I wouldn't be surprised. Because it's super old.
It is something that we are looking into. I know Pam at the library.
Sure.
They have folks down at the library that do the historic research. So we're going to talk with them. And then we are looking at possibly doing a dinner to go along with it, either before or after.
It's a great idea.
Maybe do some kind of
haunted dinner.
A haunted dinner.
These are haunted corn dogs. Spooky spirits, everybody.
So we'll talk to Chad and see if we can rack his brain a little bit and see if he can give us some pointers. But it's, again, preliminary. We're gonna look into it.
That's a very hot take. I bet you probably hadn't shared that.
No, you're the first one.
In the public, let alone on a TV show.
No.
All right, back to visitmuscatine.com. We're going to kind of just close out September since we're here. Again, Hauntings in the Midwest coming up. And then let's look at Sunset at the Old Barn fundraiser. I saw this online the other day. So talk more about that, Jody, if you could.
This is a newer event that has been put together by Friends of the Old Barn. And, they do offer tours of the Old Barn, which is this beautiful, one-of-a-kind, architecturally stunning barn located in Discovery Park. And that barn has been preserved, and it's just gorgeous if you've not been in there. So this event is from 5 to 8, and on September 28th. And what they are going to do, they're going to offer tours of the old barn. You know, they call it sunset, so the sun will be setting. You can take a look at this old barn. They are having music, I believe, by the I'm going to get his name wrong. It's on there. Anson.
Oh, sure.
Bill Anson.
Yeah.
And Skinny's Barbecue will be out, and people will be able to purchase food. And they're asking people, bring your blankets, bring your chairs, just to have a good time. Bring your friends, bring your family. But what a cozy fall fun event.
I love it. I've never been in the barn.
You have to go to the barn.
I know. I've been near the barn a lot. We spend a lot of time at Discovery Park, a lot of time at the new super cool playground that the county put in, right? But I've never, Jodie, been inside the barn. It's
so
near
beautiful.
my neighborhood now. So I need to be at this event.
And if you go to if you go to Muscatine Facebook page, on our page, or if you get, it's hard because we're running it as an ad, but there is a video that I did of the barn, which shows really the architectural. I mean, I hope you come out in person. But,
yes, no, I want to. I want to be there.
But again, like really, really awesome, fun things to do in September. And I knew I had to come. I was like bugging you to come on because I'm like, I have to get all of these out here because it's so many things.
Well, we started talking about Over the Edge, which is this Saturday, and I mean, I haven't kept track, but there's probably 10 to 15 more things going on across Muscatine County, respectively. So, I mean, go to that visitmuscatine.com website. And then what's the Facebook page? Visit Muscatine on Facebook, right?
Visit Muscatine. Okay. Muscatine on Facebook as
Perfect. Chad, can we click on the Visit Muscatine Facebook link? Because that the event at the barn interests me a lot. And you mentioned Skinny's Barbecue, brand new business in downtown Muscatine, right? So that kind of brings it full circle, talking about our great businesses across Muscatine, certainly, but definitely the health of an overall community.
If you
start
down,
by
you should
downtown.
be able to see that barn flyer.
So this is the Visit Muscatine Facebook page, and we'll scroll a little bit and see if we can't get you that barn flyer again. All these events on visitmuscatine.com or Visit Muscatine on Facebook. And we want you to make sure you're following along with everything coming up. I love that, the barn event. That's super cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And we are in the middle of, we are redoing our website.
Perfect.
So I think that will be an enhancement. So that's kind of behind the scenes we're doing. Just looking to...
And then do you feel like... Well, and you
attractive.
don't... The thing is, like, we understand that summer can be busy in Muscatine, but the assumption should not be that there's nothing going on, because it just goes straight into winter, Jodie. We don't want that to happen, right? Winter last year was terrible. So we want to have an opportunity to have different things going on.
Cemetery ad.
Oh, right there. Cool. Okay. There it is. That's the one that I saw. Perfect. Sunset at the old barn on the 28th, 5 till 8. Gosh, that looks great.
You can see a little bit into that's the top of the barn.
I can't believe that I've never been in there. Well, you're inviting me. I've got to show up, right?
Yes.
Absolutely, a lot of effort has gone into saving and preserving that barn. I know that it's kind of been a hot topic over the years.
They're great folks, too.
Sure. That's super cool. It's just one of those places, right? I mean, I'm all about discovering the Muscatine in your own backyard, and that's certainly one of those events that we want people to be there.
And shout out to the county. I know they work together on that, and the county is actually having, I believe it's this week, their Iowa County Conservation Conference in Muscatine, Iowa. So
it's here.
Lots of folks come into town. I know they're bringing the Celebration Bell down.
I heard about that.
And then there's another tour coming in October, and they're bringing the Celebration Bell down. They're cruising down the river. So, getting people to Muscatine, really excited. And then, I'll be back near winter because there's a lot of things happening in the winter as well.
Jodie Hansen inviting herself back on the show, everybody. You heard it here first.
Hey, one more thing.
Yes,
I see
please.
You have Meat Mondays.
I can Meat Mondays, yes.
What about, since I'm vegetarian, Tofu Tuesdays? Would
oh,
that be a possibility?
Okay. All right. Now I'm getting put on the spot.
Okay.
Tofu Tuesday. We have, in my defense, we have Wellness Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Which is, 10% off in the health market, organic produce, your vitamins, health and beauty care items, and then Fuel Up Fridays, which is 20 cents on $20 spent in the health market. But you would be an advocate for Tofu Tuesdays.
Yes.
I saw
like tofu dishes, and
I like tofu just fine. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I've had some very flavorful.
Tempeh Tuesdays.
Sure. we have a lot of options with the Tuesdays.
Yeah.
What about meatless Mondays? Would you be
Oh,
okay with that?
I would
Have
love
you had
that.
these? What are these called? These burgers that are
The Impossible Burger?
Yeah, have you had that?
I have not.
I've seen it advertised at places we don't have to name, but I wonder about that. Like, because are they cooking the Impossible Burger on the same spot that they're cooking
I don't know.
the regular
I would be
burgers?
that customer that said, "Oh, hi, could you cook it somewhere else?"
Could you cook that in that old microwave over there for me? But that's a good point, right? I mean, there's a lot of people, and you're not the first person. Kim Seligman, for quite a long time with these Tuesday burger night deals that come with unlimited fries or tater tots. Kim Seligman has challenged me to also have that be an option that you could include like fresh fruit and vegetables. And I'll say this: if you come to Hy-Vee, we'll do whatever you want. I got to work on tofu Tuesdays or tempura Tuesdays.
This goes back to Blue Zones. You know, make the healthy choice the easy choice.
I'm with you.
And Hy-Vee's a great partner. They were a great partner for that. I do think, and I could have read it wrong or maybe in a dream, but I do believe that the new menu offers a veggie burger.
Here?
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Okay, I hope
I'm sure
I'm right.
it does. I mean,
Anyway.
I should know that, but listen, there you go. The Impossible Burger. It's right there on the screen. I would like to try that.
Well,
And,
yes.
If we have a veggie burger here, hold on. Let me just grab a menu really quick.
Now we're going off the rails.
Versus just guessing. I'm like,
is this the new menu?
I'm sitting in here. I got menus right over here. Let's look.
Okay. It would be under the.
Let's see.
Look, black bean burger.
Oh, there you go. Wow, in the small print. Jody's right. Black bean. Yeah, that's right. Black bean burger.
And they did this right because so you can have any of these burgers with the black bean burger, and they're not upcharging, which is really nice because it's like just a choice. The choice is easy because it's the same price.
And what I also like, and I don't know if Chad, if we can zoom in on this, and I'm fine with getting into the weeds because this is cool. You helped me promote my business. I'm in.
Ooh, okay.
She's doing a job, everybody. Look at this. I gotta get Jody a free black bean burger.
Yes, thank you.
Right at the top. So served with hand cut fries, substitute chicken, or black bean burger. Also an option is the gluten-free bun. So maybe one of these mornings I'll challenge my coworkers to whip up, say like the Rise and Shine burger, but substitute with the black bean. And
Well, then you have the bacon.
well, I mean, I would be okay with the bacon.
Oh, okay, you're okay with the bacon.
But for you, we'd get rid of the bacon, I guess.
There's all sorts of.
That's cool. I'm just glad that you know my menu better than I do.
Well, I'm always
That's
on the
awesome.
lookout for
Yeah.
vegetarian options.
No, that's
so,
awesome.
yeah.
I love that.
Thank you, Market Grill Express, for doing that.
That's super cool. I won't tell you that on Friday we used the glazed donut as a bun on a burger. I would never share that with you because it didn't happen.
Yeah, oh my God.
It was so good. All right, Jodie Hansen, visit
Thank you so
muscatine.com.
much.
Great to
Thank
see you.
you. Good seeing you, my friend.
Thanks for everything you do. Go to visitmuscatine.com. Visit Muscatine on Facebook. I mean, we talked. I don't even know how long we talked. Long
no,
time.
it's
Like
tomorrow. It's Tuesday. It's
35
Tofu
minutes.
Tuesday already.
It is almost Tofu Tuesday here at Hy-Vee. I was going to say my Hy-Vee Chinese manager, Jay, he would probably, and I feel like I've had some tofu that both he and George have made, kind of some off-the-menu sample stuff. And that could be something that we could put on the menu.
I love it.
Because you get these sauces and tofu sort of acts like a sponge, right? And it absorbs a lot of good flavor. And I've had it enough to be able to talk about it that much. So I'll work on that.
All right, that
and
sounds
I'll let you know
wonderful.
when it's ready to roll out. All right.
Thanks, Tony.
Go to visitmuscatine.com on Facebook or online. Check out that calendar. It's packed to the gills, full of great events going on, including this Saturday, Over the Edge in downtown Muscatine. And Whomp Stomp. Things that we'll keep talking about this week on the show. We've got Jason Miller and Lindsay Phillips here tomorrow talking more about Over the Edge, and then Hannah Howard here, I think, on Wednesday with Whomp Stomp. All right, we're going to go aisle cam. All right, CBI Bank and Trust aisle camera set up in the bread aisle. Right. So, yes, listen, the best part of waking up doesn't always just have to be Folgers in your cup. I have Starbucks in my cup. But how about some toast? Doesn't that sound good? Like some swirl bread? Like you can see right there. They do all the work for you. All you have to do is put it in a toaster and not burn it. It's really that easy. Thank you, Jody. And you can see the low price lockdown signs. We love low price lockdown here at Hy-Vee. The price has been lowered. We lock it in, throw away the key. The only time the price would get lower than that is if we decided to lower it again, right? That is awesome. and love talking about low price lockdown. All right, so it is my mom's birthday. I mentioned that at the start of the show. My mom, Sheila, is her name, if I didn't tell you that. September 16th. Also, this is true, the most common birth date in the world, September 16th. I saw that stat a couple years ago when I was on the radio, and it's true, right? Because I remember holding the paper in my hand and reading that. So that being said, I asked our friend Steve in the Toyota Muscatine cart camera to maybe find a birthday card suitable. And this is honestly, listen, Steve's going to save me some work. We're going to pick out a birthday card for my mom on the show right now. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to go down aisle 10. And I'll tell you what, Steve, we're also going to show you the gift cards right there. And I was racking my brain. What do you get your mom for her birthday? What do you get the mom that says, quote, I don't need anything? Well, Mom, you need something. You know where my mom wants to go for dinner tonight? This is true. She's like, what if we go to the Market Grill Express? I'm like, you're too kind, Mom. I'm like, you go wherever you want. You want to come here? We'd love to have you, of course. So check it out. We're in aisle 10 with the Toyota Muscatine cart cam. Steve looking for some birthday cards. And a card for every occasion, as you can see certainly on that shot right there. So maybe we'll find a couple options for birthdays for Mom. But then I also have this thing called my mom is a grandma now. So then are there like happy birthday grandma cards? Do I have to get 2 cards? 3 cards? How many cards do I have to get her? Right? Oh, I see a grandma card right there. There's some. Okay. So Steve, see that one that says grandma? Of course, see that one. It's a giant wall of cards. You know, it's right there, about 17 cards up. There's a couple right there. What? Yeah, grab one of those that say grandma and hold that up. Yeah, that one, that's perfect. Let's see what that says. That's okay. That looks good. Oh my, that's a whole thing. Look at that. It's like a trifold. All right, I like that one, Steve. That's good. So we'll take that one. I'll grab that. Can you grab me the envelope for it? I'm totally serious right now. I'm going to buy that. Thank you, sir. And then, like, 3 spots over, is there one that says, thanks, Mom? Is that a birthday card for Mom as well? Again, this is saving me some trouble. Nothing like having a piece of bacon waved at you off camera. It's very tempting. Very tempting. So, again, it's my mom's birthday. Steve is saving me the hassle of having to pick out a card. I mean, I'm kind of picking it out. It's sort of like Steve is my aisles online shopper right now. I'm sort of like controlling Steve. Is that weird to say? Maybe. I said stranger things, I think. All right, Steve. So we've got 2 cards then. Is that right? We're good to go. All right. Can I see the front of that one again? Can we close that? Why does it have a plastic wrap? What's so fancy about the front? Is it like embroidered? Can you close that flap? Well, let me see what's on the front again. What's going on with that? Oh, it's very schmancy. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that one too. So if you want to grab me that envelope and bring it on back. And then maybe, Steve, on your way, show me the gift card wall. I get my mom a gift card. Boy, how thoughtful am I? But what happens when your parents say, don't get me anything for my birthday? What are you supposed to do? Right? Wouldn't you rather just have the people in your life that are celebrating birthdays just say, you know what, I can't really think of anything I need. How about cash? Not a bad idea, right? They'd be being honest after all. Like, well, I don't know if I really need anything, but there's a card with a hot dog on it and pizza. I just saw that. All right, Steve, so let's do a U-turn and go back down that same aisle and show those gift cards that are on the that big display back there. And I guess I'll try and maybe get my mom some flowers as well. When they get emails from people, you don't know what to get your mom for her birthday? No, you're supposed to ask, right? Wouldn't you assume you ask versus just, oh, that sounds good, that looks good? I kind of know a gift card that I would get her, so that might work out okay for me. All right, very good. So we'll get you back in just a minute here in the Toyota Muscatine cart camera. Hopefully you're not getting motion sickness, walking a little backwards down the giant display of cards. Maybe we're just replaying the tape. That's what's happening right now. We're rewinding the tape, everybody. All right, so you can check that out. That's aisle 10 here at the store. A lot of times greeting cards have fuel savers on them as well, so check that out. All right, I want to keep talking about this Mega Meat Monday, which is an awesome opportunity for you to save on your fuel saver. right? If you're watching right now, you can shop each and every Monday, and you'll earn 15 cents off per gallon with every 25 bucks you spend here at the store, right? That's an awesome opportunity to not have to pay full price at the pump. So I mentioned today at the start of the show that I'm going to buy a bunch of those New York strip steaks, and it's true because they're priced so well. Like 12-ounce New York strip steak, $5.79, and it's good quality. Awesome on the grill. I cooked a bunch of pork chops on the stovetop. Just have one of those like stovetop grill pans yesterday. Pork chops from the meat department here. So that's what I'm going to do today. Get off work. I'm going to do what Jimmy Greenhaw does. I'm going to get a good deal. Jimmy Greenhaw watching right now on Facebook. So go to the meat department each and every Monday in September. If you're playing along at home, just 2 Mondays left, right? No, maybe 3. There's 3 left. I'm sorry. So today, next Monday, which is the 23rd, and then the 30th. So 3 opportunities for you with Mega Meat Monday. 15 cents every 25 bucks you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. So if you're going to get aggressive and spend 75 bucks in the meat department, seafood department, or at the deli, we'll put 45 cents on your fuel saver. That is just fantastic. Maybe you're going to do that today, and then you're excited because your Iowa Hawkeyes were victorious on Saturday against the Iowa State Cyclones in what had to be one of the longest and strangest college football games in recent memory. When the Hawkeyes score, you save. It's Touchdown Tuesday tomorrow. You can earn 18 cents off per gallon with this, the purchase of $18, right? So you spend 18 bucks, we'll put 18 cents on your fuel saver. This does not include aisles online, so keep that in mind. There's also some other restrictions below. Come in the store. What if you want to just get $18 worth of candy bars? That's fine. I'm not going to judge you. You know what's not excluded? Candy bars. Right? I mean, I don't see Starbucks, so maybe you get $18 at Starbucks, 18 cents on the fuel saver. Maybe you want to get $18 on brats. Come in, however you want to spend it tomorrow. We'll get you taken care of. Touchdown Tuesday. Now, remember, there's no Touchdown Tuesday next week because Iowa Hawkeyes are on a bye this week. But tomorrow, 18 bucks, 18 cents off right here at the store. That is awesome. Something else that starts today, Captain John in the seafood department. And, you know, what's funny is that for almost 2 years we did the show near the meat and seafood department in the deli, and those guys, I think they legitimately miss us back there. Captain John and the seafood sale starts today, goes through this Sunday. Awesome deals on all the best seafood in Muscatine. As far as I'm concerned, nobody else has seafood as fresh as we do. Asian zing tuna skewers, seasoned salmon portions, say that 3 times fast, catfish fillets, Jamaican cooked shrimp skewers, seafood twice baked potatoes are awesome, and the Sail Wild frozen salmon fillet. Gosh, how are you supposed to say that without stumbling? Sail Wild frozen salmon fillets. I got it. Grab a flyer and check out those deals right here. Thank you, sir. Look at this. I got my cards, and I didn't even have to leave my seat. I just have to pay for them. This is awesome. Good deal. I love it. This is great. Birthday card for my mom. Birthday card that says for grandma. Got kind of the, the stuff like let the kids write on it. Kids' handwriting is always the best. I still think my wife signs my name on cards for people. Like, you don't know how I sign my name. What if I have a cool signature? It's not that cool. All right, I've got the flu shot sticker right here, and I got the flu shot right in the old arm a couple weeks ago now. 20-cent fuel saver, get the flu shot. Cold and flu season is here, and that influenza is nasty, right? So the flu shot will help you keep healthy when it comes to influenza and having to worry about that. Nobody wants to think about influenza. Like, there's different types of influenza, and yeah, don't worry about that. Get to the pharmacy here at the store, get the flu shot, and we'll give you 20 cents on your fuel saver. It's awesome. And if you want a sticker, I can give you a little sticker as well. Make you feel better about it. HyVee Pharmacy Manager Nicole Duhlmeyer and the crew. There's Nicole, there's Sam, and then there's another Sam, Nicole. There's always a pharmacist on staff. Right now, as we're doing this show, you could walk into the pharmacy, fill out the form, get the flu shot. Most insurance plans cover the flu shot because it's preventative, so they're typically not an out-of-pocket cost for you. Hopefully, if there is, it's very minimal, and then you get that 20-cent fuel saver regardless of your insurance. So that's an awesome opportunity, and no appointment necessary, right? So you don't have to worry about calling and scheduling. You can just come in, go to the pharmacy. Still some people getting their shingles shots. They can do that. What else? I got like the Tdap shot last year. I can't remember. I needed something, and I got it here. It's awesome. Full-service pharmacy, to say the least. And get that flu shot taken care of, because you don't want to go to the hospital for influenza, right? I mean, I just think about that stuff all the time. It's like, if you can be proactive and preventative, why not get it taken care of, especially with the convenience of just having to come in here to the pharmacy. You're not getting your flu shot at the bar. I keep gesturing, like, not at the bar. Although, could they give you the flu shot at the bar? Could that be the promotion for next year? Get a flu shot and get a pint? I don't know if we could do that, but it's not a terrible idea. Something that I just wanted to remind everybody about is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we go to Wapello with grocery pickup. So this is super exciting. Off of Highway 61, look for the Hy-Vee vans. And coming very soon, this might be the week, by the way, that the brand new Aisles Online vehicle shows up that we ordered. So that's kind of exciting. This is Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can order online, and we'll deliver your groceries to the pickup point in Wapello. A lot of folks take advantage of this. Great feedback from them. They don't really have a lot of options anymore in Wapello for grocery shopping, unfortunately. So you can shop from the comforts of home, at work, on your phone with the Aisles Online app. Minimum $30 order, and we show up in Wapello Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. I am looking at other options for pickup locations. I kind of want to go across the pond to the Illinois side. So I'm looking for suggestions, by the way. If you find yourself in one of those communities where you think grocery pickup would make sense, why don't you email me, hyveetoday@gmail.com. Again, your input always appreciated right here. Let's do a couple more things, and then I think we'll maybe just get to some job boards that maybe we had the other day, unless they sent us new ones. I'll have to check my email. But the ad inside the Discover Muscatine newspaper is still rocking and rolling with things like $5.99 burgers. So that's awesome. And yes, by the way, you could have that option where you're substituting for a black bean burger, like our friend Jodie Hansen pointed out. So that was super cool. I'm glad that she did that, because I did not know. So if we scroll down a little bit, we've got $5.99 burgers on that there advertisement. I think so. That is inside the Discover Muscatine from last week. Those deals would still be goods to go. And, look for the new ad to break in your mailbox tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on when you get the paper in the mail. I don't know exactly when that shows up at your house, but keep that in mind, right? It didn't move. It was kind of frozen on the fuel saver. Can we go back to that ad? Chadley Dangerfield. I just want people to see these burgers, because they're awesome. And for that price after 4 p.m., listen, y'all, you can't afford to not have one of those burgers. And I love, again, the fact that you can substitute for black bean. Jody knew that. She's a vegetarian. She was like, oh, yeah, Tony, it's right there in your menu. Hey, listen, I didn't say I knew everything, but that's super cool, right? So all those burgers, $5.99 through tomorrow, Tuesday, is when that would stop. So fuel saver opportunities, those are good through tomorrow as well. And then the burger deal, yep. Starts at 4 o'clock. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I should bring my mom here for dinner tonight. Everybody's getting a burger because it's a great deal. $5.99. Love it. Don't miss it. Come in, check it out. And I will say this. The ad in the Discover Muscatine newspaper that'll hit tomorrow and Wednesday is very hot. So look for that as well. I think that's good. I'm going to peek at my inbox really quick and see if our friends at Team Staffing sent any new job boards. Otherwise, we can probably use what we had the other day. Oh, there we go. I just saw Abby sent it. So I'm going to forward this to Chad real quick. We're doing a live show here, everybody. Right? Don't let anybody tell you that this ain't live, because that's an email going out right there. So Team Staffing is located at 109 Lake Park Boulevard in Muscatine. They've been with us since we started this show. February will be 2 years. Isn't that crazy? So Team Staffing, they've got over 100 jobs available right now, and I know that because they tell us, and they come on the show and they talk about it, and then we have the job board Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the latest openings available at Team Staffing. You can always walk in and talk to the crew. You can visit them online on their social media sites. You can call them over the phone. I'll tell you what, though, if it's you or someone you know and they're looking for an opportunity, I would not hesitate. That's the thing I can't stress enough, because just like you see an opening for a job, have to assume that they're not going to be around forever, right? Because there's other folks probably looking as well. So as much as you'd like to think that job that you saw on the Hy-Vee Today show is going to be open for a day or two, it very well might not be, right? It could go really quick, as a matter of fact. You see it, and then it's gone. So you got to reach out to those guys and girls, and they'll get you all squared away, okay? And they're right across from Happy Joe's. Go in and see them, right? Go over and talk to Brooke or Charity or Katie or who else is in that office? Abby and Trisha and Craig, and I think I can almost name Yoli. I could probably name everybody that works there at Team Staffing. So we'll show you what's on the job board today, and we'll get you all situated. Katie, looking for process operators, maintenance, lab tech. Call her, 563-316-9254. You can text the same phone number. That's part of TSI, which is under the same umbrella as Team Staffing. Those are awesome opportunities. They do go quick, though, so reach out to Katie if that's you. This is First Shift Opportunity with Jenny for manufacturing, 563-316-7635. Jenny, we got your number, 563-316-7635, or careers at teamssi.com is their email address. You can see it on the screen right there. And last but not least, this is Warehouse Opportunity. Brooke, you can call or text Brooke. Hello, Brooke, 563-316-7636. Rumor has it, Brooke McCullough on the show later this week with Team Staffing. Very good. 109 Lake Park Boulevard. That's where they're at. Go see them and get to work. All right, one more time. Happy birthday to my mom, Sheila, who's celebrating a birthday today. It was a busy weekend, wasn't it? I mean, we were just talking with Jodie Hansen with the Convention and Visitors Bureau. She's the director of the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And we talked for, 30, 40 minutes about everything going on throughout Muscatine. And that was just through the end of September, right? So imagine all the different events and activities. And I encourage you to go to visitmuscatine.com or their Facebook page and just follow along, because I understand that a lot of you are probably in Muscatine. You've been here for a while, but you can't assume, just like I can't assume, to know everything that's happening. And there were several things on that calendar at visitmuscatine.com that I did not know were coming up, but I'm glad that I did, and that's why Jodie was on the show, right? It makes sense to have her here so that she can say, hey, listen, this is what's happening in your own backyard. And then, of course, the goal is to bring people in from outside of Muscatine so that they can go to those businesses in downtown and support them. Like I mentioned, my first time I was in the Wild Thing, and it was a great experience in the National Pearl Button Museum. That's super cool, right? Like, when was the last time you went down there? Maybe it's been a while. So be a tourist in your own backyard. And I know that there's so many other business. I can't sit here and name all of the businesses in downtown Muscatine because we don't have enough time for that. But up and down, 2nd and 3rd Street, go in and see those folks. Just like I hope that you come out here to Hy-Vee, of course, selfishly, and see us. It all kind of works full circle, right? Hy-Vee employs me. I'm able to buy a house in town, support my family, got my kids in school, stimulating the economy when I spend money. Just like people that are chasing the dream, owning a business in Muscatine. I think about our friend Mike Rankins with Land of Oz that was here the other day and the success that they're having. That's a local business, just like the folks all throughout downtown Muscatine. Land of Oz, Creations by Oz. Are there any other businesses that rhyme? I mean, that's pretty, right? That's pretty wild, right? Creations by Oz, Land of Oz. We could have a third one maybe. What if Creations by Oz and Land of Oz got together and it was Creations by Land of Oz? I don't know. It would be a natural partnership. That's just me. I'm just putting it out there. So there's a lot of good going on in this town. Visit muscatine.com for all the details, or visit Muscatine on Facebook. You can follow along with everything that's happening and get into downtown and support those folks and just support all the different events that are going on. My goodness, it was great to have that. And thank Jodie for being here. And thanks to Steve for picking out the birthday cards for my mom. I will say, I don't have an envelope for this one, Steve. Oh, boy. The envelope is more money. Mom, listen, I wanted to get you an envelope, but I sprung for the fancy card already. I just like that it has this protective sleeve on it. And it says, this is awesome, remove the wrap before placing it in the envelope. Can you please zoom in on that? Thank you, Hallmark. What would I have done without you telling me to take off the plastic before placing it in the envelope? Right there. That is so good. Yeah, I know. I understand, right? I'm not gonna leave it on there. Look at that. That is so great. Oh, Mom, happy birthday. I didn't want you to have to do any extra work, but oh, look, it's kind of like a magic trick. Now you see it, now you don't. Thank you, Hallmark. You've really outdone yourself. Remove wrap before placing in the envelope. Also, fire hot and water wet. Things that they'll tell you. That is hilarious. I think it's because of the glitter that they have, right? It'd be great if this was one of those glitter bomb cards and you opened it and you just get glitter bomb. Not that you want to glitter bomb your mom on her birthday, but all right, very good. Thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all being here. Catch us live on Channel 5 on Muscatine Power and Water, and replaying. You'll be probably watching it at 7:30 or 10:30 p.m. Maybe that's the only time that you watch us. I hope that you do, and just know that we're live in the morning at 8:30, but also 7:30 and 10:30 on Channel 5. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. How about this? I'm waiting in line. This is just the nature of this town, right? I'm at the Muskie game on Friday with my oldest son, Henry. He wanted to get popcorn. He's also very impatient, so we're waiting in a relatively long line for concessions, which is a great sign. Concessions all ran by boosters, Muscatine Booster Club, and I'm getting harassed in a friendly way by Bob Howard, who is behind the scenes working concessions for Muscatine High School boosters Friday night at the football game. So shout out to Bob Howard and everybody that was volunteering with the Booster Club. I just thought it was funny that Bob was, because I didn't see who it was at first, and then I looked and I was like, Bob? Is Bob giving me the business right now? I love that. It's great. So thanks, Bob. I appreciate your efforts. They're going noticed right now, sir. Thank you for giving back in that way. That's awesome. Just like Toyota Muscatine does the same thing, right? All the sponsors of this show are very good community supporters. So thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, thanks to Toyota Muscatine and team staffing, and thank you for watching, because without you, this show doesn't exist, right? Email me guest suggestions if you have any, HyVeeToday@gmail.com, and we'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday the 17th, live at 8:30 right here, where it'll be Touchdown Tuesday. Maybe we can have Gary Dolphin FaceTime us. Could we FaceTime Gary Dolphin on the show? That's not a bad idea. You know, I reached out because former Iowa Hawkeye and former Minnesota Viking Chad Greenway has a vodka. Do you know this? Grey Duck vodka. So Chad Greenway, former Iowa Hawkeye and NFL star, has his own vodka. It's called Grey Duck. And I reached out to the Grey Duck people and to Chad, and they're like, well, let us know, and we could set up a time for Chad to call in. And I thought, well, you could FaceTime him. We have that technology, I'm assuming, right? We have enough technology to do a grocery show talk show. So taking a call, I would love to talk to Chad Greenway. And yes, we are going to have Gary Dolphin back right here in the Market Grill Express for another event very soon. And is Herky the Hawkeye coming back? What? Details on that soon. In the meanwhile, I'm done talking. Goodbye, everybody.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton.
Yeah,
this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, HyVeeToday@gmail.com.